Hello, high levelers, Rio Daniel here, and in this video what I want to do is give you an update to the AI version 2 video that I had released a little while ago. I actually got to speak to the developers. We had a nice conference call where we actually had a little chat about how the AI version 2 works right now, what it's supposed to be, the timeline, the roadmap for that, and how all that's going to work. Here's what I found out. First of all, AI version 2 right now really does nothing differently than the AI version 1. Flat out right now, that's just what happened. Now, there is some small things that you can do for it. I'm going to actually show you one thing particularly that it does that AI version 2 did not do, and that's being able to transfer a particular person from one bot to another bot to be able to take over afterwards and answer questions. Guys, here's how it was explained to me. The inside of your AI version 2, you have a primary bot. You can only have one primary bot inside of it right now. That's the goal, and that's the way it's supposed to be. The reason for that is, think of your primary bot as like your receptionist or the person answering the phones in your office. You have one person doing that, and the goal of that person is to determine what the caller or the person communicating with you, the customer, really wants, and then based upon what they want, be able to transfer them to a different person, or in this case, a different bot, so that particular bot can help them specifically. So ultimately, right now, again, the AI version 2 really does not, even though it allows you to create multiple bots, only the primary bot is the only one that responds to anything inside of this. What I told you last time for my testing, and I confirmed it with the developers today, that only the primary will actually respond to incoming messages off whatever channels the primary bot is configured to monitor, first of all. Now, based upon that, there are some other cool things that you're going to be able to do in the workflows regarding AI, and I'm not going to get into that today. I just want to give you an update and a roadmap, because I've been getting a lot of people that just like very disappointed about the AI version 2 and some of the excitement that was built up over there on the summit, and now things aren't the way they were supposed to be, or so they say. Now, right now, let me hop in and show you some things that I found out here. So I'm going to hop in. Now, let me show you, first of all, what AI version 2 can do now that version 1 could not. Okay, so right now, if we take a look here, I'm inside of one of my examples here, and we see that we have two live chat bots here. And again, we have two live chat bots monitoring the channel live chat. However, again, because this one's primary, the primary one is the one that you need to configure all of your knowledge base for, because that's the one that's actually going to interact with the people on the live chat. Now, this could be any channel. It could be SMS, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, any one of the channels that you actually have configured. Primary bot's the only one that's going to respond. Now, here's one of the things, like I said, that you can do. If you come in to look at this chat bot and edit it, down here at the particular bottom of this, currently right now, this is the way it's set up here, and I'm going to share with you some of the things I learned. Once you actually book the appointment for the appointment booking bot here, okay, let's just say you're going to choose a calendar. We're going to choose this one. Once an appointment has been booked, then down here, you can now transfer the employee post. You can transfer this person to a different bot. So let's just say the purpose of the primary appointment bot is to answer any kind of questions and then to, for instance, schedule the appointment. Now, one of the things I want to just explain to you is just one of the purposes that you would have for this is, let's just say it's a medical appointment, okay? And the appointment that you're trying to book is for a particular procedure, okay? So you finally booked the procedure, and now after they've booked the appointment, people may have questions like, what time should I get to the office? How soon should I get there? Do I need to bring anything? So they could have post-appointment questions. And this is where being able to transfer this to a different bot really makes sense. So right now, again, if we notice here, we've got this is actually an HVAC company. I'm sorry for using the double example here, but from here, we can simply choose another bot. If we wanted to have it transferred to that live chat bot too, then once they book an appointment, we can then hand them off from this one bot to another bot to be able to answer questions. Now, depending upon your scenario, you may be able to use that, you may not. Typically, from what I've noticed, once you book an appointment, that's really the end of where people want to do things, but they may still have other questions afterward and so forth to be able to sit back, and they just might have questions that after they book the appointment. That is one thing that this can do. Now, what it cannot do right now, and what is going to be in the future here, all of some of the changes I'm going to talk about here are going to be done supposedly by fourth quarter 2024. And you might have to wait another 45 days, but I wanted to at least put out this update video to give you what's coming. Now, one of the problems that I had, because I use the live chat a lot, is in the version 1, when you configure the intents, down here under the appointment booking bot, they did have this nice conversation flow. Okay, and this conversation flow right here is where you simply have the live chat widget say, what is your first name, what's your last name, email address, phone number, and things like that. Now, from what I understand, just to let you know, these are the things that the bot is programmed and specifically designed to gather information. Now, one of the things I was asking them about is, that's great, but what if you wanted to ask more questions? Because I was doing my own testing and found out that if I wanted to add another one in here, what is your address? Okay, imagine that if you're trying to book, this is an example of an HVAC company, they schedule an appointment. Wouldn't it be nice to get their address along with all this information and update their contact record so the technician knows what to go out and where to go out and do? So that's great. But one of the problems here is the AI bot is not configured to update the contact information with the address right now. Only the name, email address, and phone number. Now that's what Highlevel has really always done. If you've ever noticed, whenever you have conversations and somebody sends a phone number or their email address in the conversation, Highlevel will automatically update that. So this is one of the things that I have found out here, and I don't have the interface to show you, but I was at least shown the pre-interface is you will have the ability to ask a question and then go in and tell Highlevel, the question I'm asking is for the address field. You have a list of fields inside of the contact record that you want to populate. You're saying, I'm going to ask this question. I could ask things like, what is your birthday? Okay, and what is your birthday? Then I can map that question to the birthday field inside of the contact record. And then now the AI bot will know, take this answer and update this field with it. So that is coming. That's going to be a fourth quarter thing. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. But right now, back to the conversation flow, is these are the only things that you're able to gather right now. Name, email address, and phone number. You can't really gather anything else. It's just not going to work. So also this conversation flow right here is not built into version 2. You will have to right now, at least, build it into the prompt. I'm going to go back here and I showed you this in the previous video. And if you haven't watched the previous video, I'm going to link it to this one, so don't worry about it. But inside the bot goals, this is where you come in and put in the prompt to ask them for this. Now, what I was told for this one is that you have to do two things. Let me just make sure. You have to tell the bot, ask each question one at a time, and then tell it again, do not ask more than one question at a time. So you have to do it twice in order for it to sit back and effectively just ask one question at a time and then map that particular information to the correct field inside of their contact record. So right now that's the way it is, but there will be down here some additional fields here in this area where appointment booking is. You'll have some other, again, in the end of fourth quarter, you will have a couple of other buttons here that allows you to configure some of the confirmation flows with some of those field mappings that I told you about. And then there'll be another one here, they said, that actually allows you to transfer the bot, program it to transfer it, because here's a cool thing that will happen. When I asked the question here, great, so we were able to transfer the bot. Currently, we can only transfer it after the appointment's made, but what happens if, think about that receptionist example I gave you here where the primary bot's the receptionist and they need to transfer it here. What happens if you get somebody and they want to do, instead of, this is an HVAC company, so let's just say this company has a service department and then a parts department. So they actually sell parts too. Wouldn't it be nice if the person went to the website and they're being asked questions and they said, I'm interested in, in buying some parts for my own HVAC equipment. Great. As soon as the bot hears the term parts, or it looks like you want to buy parts, then the bot can automatically transfer that person from the primary bot over to the parts department bot that's programmed with all of the knowledge base of the parts department, and not necessarily with the service department, maybe asking a few questions and then scheduling an appointment to book for either a repair or replacement or something like that. But the parts department, in a sense, may want to have a completely different knowledge base, ask a completely set of questions as far as what year is your equipment, what model, what make, things like that, and then be able to sit back and see if parts are in service. So that's a great way to simply segue into how one bot can then, throughout the conversation, doesn't have to be after an appointment, but the bot can actually transfer it over and actually transfer you to another bot. So anyway, those are some of the things that are going to be coming here. The conversations flow is going to be built, and fourth quarter 02, you will be able to, let me go back up in here. You will be able to have multiple bots listening to multiple channels at one time. So that's really the big feature of version 2 is, instead of having, with version 1, you had one bot, one knowledge base, one way that you can program the AI bot. Now, with the new version, you will be able to have multiple bots configured to monitor multiple channels. So you can have one bot monitoring Facebook and Instagram, being your social media bot. You can have another one doing the live chat. You can have another one doing SMS, and they'll all be able to respond to each particular channel they have configured. Now, so that's coming too. That's supposed to be a fourth quarter 2024 event. Now, here's what's not in the roadmap for right now. It's what I was told, because I simply brought up the point. Being able to monitor different channels with different bots is terrific. It's great. It's definitely an improvement to version 1. But wouldn't it be nice if, because now we can create multiple chat widgets, multiple live chat widgets, we can have multiple different websites, and each one of them have a different chat widget that you configure and design with different logos, can be placed on the screen in different places. You've had that ability for a while now, for several months, to create multiple chat widgets. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to tie an AI bot to a particular chat widget so that you can use different chat widgets on different funnels or different websites, and then have a specific AI bot whose job is to answer to that particular live chat? That will not be this year. What I was told is that they're trying to get the AI version 2 stabilized with some of the features that I've already went over and told you. They're still working on that. And that's the goal, is to get that stabilized for there. So probably, I'm just throwing this out there, that might very well be a second or third quarter next year, 2025 type of feature that gets released. So that was brought up. They are aware of it. They do understand that's important to be able to do, but that is not on the roadmap for 2024. So if that's something that you're looking for, don't count on it until next year sometime. So just keep an eye out for the changelog. If you don't know what that is, just search for changelog at Highlevel, and that's where all of the new features get dropped. But guys, I just want to come here and give you some of the updates that I found out today from my phone call, what's available, how version 2 of AI works, how is it different than version 1, and how is it going to be different moving forward. So I hope you appreciated that, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you have not subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the comment. Let me know that you appreciate this information. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.